All right, this is section 4.4 still. We are going to be adding and subtracting polynomials. All right, when we add two polynomials, we are combining like terms. So for example, if I have this polynomial right here and I want to add this polynomial right here, I can combine like terms. There's actually a couple different ways we can set this up. It really is personal preference. Most people set it up like this vertically, and that really doesn't have to do with ease of use. It really has more to do with ease of typing it out. But anyway, we are going to add our like terms. So we have 10x cubed. We have a negative 3x squared and a 2x squared. So that gives me negative 1x squared. And I have 2x and a negative 3x will give me a negative x. So there you go. This is setting it up vertically. Sorry, horizontally. They wanted us to add it vertically. Okay. I missed that part. All right. So vertically means set it up like this. We're going to have our 3x squared plus 2x. We're going to line up our two polynomials, top and bottom, and we're going to have our like terms lined up like this. Negative 3x. And I'm going to add it this way. So I'm going to add these, and I'm going to add these and these. So we get the same answer either way. Doesn't matter. Some people find this way easier because it's set up the same way we would add several digit numbers together. And so again, they want us to add it vertically. So we have x squared minus 2x plus 5. We've got a 4x squared, which we're going to put underneath the x squared. We've got a negative 2. It's not going to go here, which doesn't line up with the x. We're going to put it down here, which lines up with our constant. And so we have 5x squared minus 2x plus 3. And here we have horizontally. Sorry about that. Now we're going to just leave it the way it's typed up. 2x to the fourth minus 3x to the fourth. Negative 6x squared plus 5x squared. And 7 plus 2. Biggest advantage to setting it up this way is that it's when everything is organized like this, it's a lot easier to make sure that you get every term. When it's set up like this, it's super easy to miss a term. So to kind of help make sure that you don't miss a term, as soon as you use it, if you cross it out, that kind of helps make sure that you get all of your terms. So just something you can use. Subtracting polynomials. You got to be careful with subtraction, okay? With subtraction, that's equivalent to distributing a negative 1, okay? So we have 7y squared minus 11y plus 8. We're going to distribute a negative 1. Make sure we multiply times every term. And they want us to do it horizontally, so we're going to combine like terms. We have 10y squared minus, got those, and we've got minus 15y. So I got those two, and I have plus 2. All right here, subtracting from. This is really critical that you remember how to do this. This is super important. When you subtract from, you have to reverse the order. So this one is actually first, and then this one. So 14y cubed minus 6y squared, 2y minus 5. And don't forget, we have to distribute our -1. So we have to distribute the negative. All right, so 14y cubed, 2y minus 5, distribute, -2, +7, +4, -6. Once we've distributed the negative, we are going to combine like terms. Just got to make sure that we get them all. 12y cubed. It looks like we have 1y squared, a 6y, and a -11. All right, now subtracting vertically is something that you actually need to know how to do. So remember, we're subtracting, and what we're going to do, instead of taking the top one, subtract the bottom one. A lot of students really struggle with subtraction, particularly with polynomials. So here's what I am going to recommend. As a matter of fact, I'm going to require. When you subtract, when you're subtracting, what I want you to do is distribute the negative, okay? So this would become a negative and a positive and a negative. After we've distributed the negative, then it's going to turn into an addition problem. We're using the definition of subtractions. The literal definition of subtract is add the opposite. Okay, so we are going to add the opposite sign. Add the opposite. It's important that you know how to do this. We're going to be using it a little bit later in this chapter. So we're going to add the opposite. 12y cubed plus y squared, 2y, and a -6. So we're going to distribute the negative here. If I were to distribute a +1, notice it wouldn't change anything. To be honest, I am going to put it vertically just to help keep track of terms. To the 4th cubed. I don't have a t-square, so I'm going to leave a space here. Plus 3. Okay, so that's my first one. I'm going to distribute the negative. So that's going to become positive, negative, positive. So I have my 2t to the 4th. I've got a -3t squared and a +6. And then this one is positive, so I don't have to worry about changing those signs. I just have to worry about lining my terms up. And because I distributed the negative, all of these are going to be then addition. So I have 3, 2 more is 5. Altogether I have 6t to the 4th. I have 7t cubed minus 3t squared. I have -14t plus 15. By the way, you do not have to set it up vertically. I just prefer it when there's a whole bunch of terms to help keep everything organized. It's just easier. Subtract. We are subtracting. We have to distribute the negative. And just for practice, So we're distributing the negative. So that changes all of the signs inside. And we are going to line up our like terms. M squared n squared minus 6mn. Okay, so notice I have like terms, I have like terms, and I have like terms. So it gives me a -2 and a +4 and a -10. Okay, graphing. I know it's everybody's favorite, and I say that with sarcasm. What you're going to do is you're going to create a table of values. When we were graphing linear equations, you needed 3 points. When you graph an x squared, something with degree 2, you need at minimum 5 points. So and you also want positive and negative x values. So -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. We're going to take these numbers, we're going to plug them in for x. So 2, -2 squared. Remember, you have to do the exponent first. -2 times -2 is +4 times 2 is 8. We're going to plug in -1. -1. -1 times -1, square it first, is +1 times 2. Plug in 0. 0 times 0 times 2. Plug in 1. 1 times 1 times 2. Plug in 2. 2 times 2 times 2. We're going to plot those points. So -2, 8. -1, 2. 0, 0. And if you guys recall from a prior class, this is what's called a parabola. And it's kind of hard to draw on this tablet that I'm using. So looks kind of like that. There you go. All right.